Hello, everybody, and welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our Match Reaction show. And we're doing a bit of women's football today. I don't think we've done that in a long time. I know we did a preview show once, but we've not done any review shows. So it's great. It's awesome. It's finished England 2, Spain 1 in the Women's European Championships 2022. I've got to say, it's a smash and grab for England. England got out of jail. They've got out of jail. They will look back at that game. I'm sure Wiegman will look back at that game and she will say, we got out of jail. Because for 80 minutes, Spain and Vilda had it spot on, got everything right. They got every single aspect of that game right. The left back switch, I think it was Carmona who started, and he got that absolutely spot on because Carmona and Caldente together, they just completely nullified Lucy Bronze and Hemp. They just completely nullified them. A lot of hype on Lucy Bronze coming to this game, but they were completely nullified for that first 80 minutes. I thought playing a 4-1-4-1 was also good because it gave them numerical I'm losing words here, numerical superiority in that midfield because they had three against England's two because Stanway and Walsh were basically playing as a midfield two. It was a 4-2-3-1, so it gave them that numerical superiority. But also what it did was it allowed the deepest midfield. It basically allowed her to kind of just get tied on to Kirby. Fran Kirby was completely taken out of the game because of that, the defensive midfielder, the holding midfielder that was playing in there. So I thought, everything that they did, Spain in this game for the first 80 minutes was absolutely spot on. Guijarro, I think it was Guijarro, she was playing, and they completely took out Kirby from the game. It also meant that Hemp and Mead were not getting the service that they needed. And they were kind of isolated as well. So it completely, the whole tactical setup was so good from Spain. And I mean, I thought Ellen White was poor today. I don't know why she started. And I hope that she won't start the next game. She really shouldn't, because I don't think she's had a very good tournament so far. And I think today kind of maybe for the first time exposed the limitations that she has. But anyway, we'll come to that in a second. But then that first half was good for Spain, but they were lacking that cutting edge. I think not having Paredes, not having Hermoso, it's been a tough tournament for Spain, and not having those two, I think made an impact in this game, even though they didn't realize it, and probably later on. They just lacked the cutting edge in that first half. They probably had a couple of chances which they could have made more of. They had a lot of possession, a lot of domination, and what it was doing was just frustrating the life out of England, because England would just they're used to having the ball. They've scored 14 goals in this game. They're used to dominating games, and suddenly they were on the back foot. They were having to fight hard. They were having to scrap footballs. They weren't able to do that. They just weren't able to adapt, and they were struggling. And at first, I just whizzed by, and I thought, what I thought was at halftime, Mike might make some changes, might change some things around, and she didn't. She actually kept its same. But then Vilda pulled out another tactical card, which I thought was the game, which I thought could have been the game changer, should have been the game changer. Was Del Castillo coming on? Del Castillo completely changed the game, because what I think what he noted was that while Lucy Bronze was nullified on that right hand side of England's, I think Daly, was probably the weak link in that team. I think she was the weak link, and they were not really targeting her on that left hand side. So when Del Castillo comes on, she has Daly on toast basically, and she gets that pace. And I think even within the first 5 minutes, I think we probably saw Daly was going to get massacred on that left hand side. She was getting massacred every time Del Castillo was running past. And then that goal comes in the 54th minute. It's a wonderful nutmeg of Daly, and she gets caught out completely. And then the ball comes in. It was good composure actually, and to feed the ball into Gonzalez. Now here's the thing as well. I mean, a lot of people notice that Gonzalez shouldn't be allowed to take two touches. You should never allow a striker to get two touches in your box, in a center circle. If you're allowing that in the penalty area, that is just bad defending. I thought Millie Bright should take some blame for that as well as the other defender. England's defense, I guess Millie Bright and Williamson should take blame for that as well, that they allowed her to have two touches. But it was a great finish, fantastic finish, no more than Spain deserved. Great lead, and that's hallmark in the Spanish. There's a trademark Spanish attack, and I thought throughout that game, at least up until Daly was in the field, I thought Del Castillo just had a completely, was at the run of her, and they was just like toying with her, like was having a way with her in some ways, and it was just like barrage after barrage on that side. And they should have got more. They should have probably scored another goal. I thought even Del Castillo had a nice little. I mean, I know it was Del Castillo, but somebody had a nice little shot, which was a cross shot, which almost got Earps out. And you really thought that Spain were going to probably take this advantage home. They looked in complete control. That was 80 minutes, and then I thought the key moment where changed was when Vilda took off Gonzalez. I think taking Gonzalez off, what it basically meant was, even though Del Castillo still had Daly on the run, what was happening was there was nobody in the center there was nobody to link up with. That link up was lost between Caldente, Carmona, Gonzalez, and Del Castillo. That link up was lost. And what that meant was that the defenders could push up a little bit, the press could be a little bit higher. And once you took off Daly and got on Alex Greenwood, what that meant was because the press was getting higher, Del Castillo started to get pushed back as well because she had to help out because Alex Greenwood is more offensive than Daly. And so that completely shifted the tone of the game. I still feel there was good fortune about that first England goal because there was a lot of pressure on the ball, and it was good from I believe it was Hemp. I think it was Hemp. Or I think it was Hemp. I think who kept the ball alive, and she feeds the ball back to the midfield. I thought Spain could have possibly cleared the line, so it just kind of got ball got ball watching, and they hoping that they thought it was going to go out, but she didn't let it go out. She kept it in. And then it came back, it comes in the cross. It's wonderful work from Russo, by the way, absolutely great to win the header. And then Manchester United's Ella Toone. I'll say that, Manchester United's Ella Toone. She finishes a fantastic finish there, and great composure from her, and that's 1-1. And that was where the shift happened, because if England, because that basically came from England pressing high at the pitch. And once they had that foot in the door, you obviously they were going to ram it open. Spain looked a little bit shell-shocked there. But that goal, you could see in the faces, look shell-shocked. They were lucky, and I think they felt a little bit happy that they'd got to extra time. Once they got to extra time, I think even Vilda kind of, you sometimes see it on the faces, and you could see it on his face. He was almost like, I don't know what's going to happen here. Can they pull it off? Can they pull it off? And then the goal from Stanway. I thought it was a very creative goal because I think everybody on that side, I think it was, I don't know if it was Paredes. I think it wasn't Paredes. I think it was Leon and Carmona. They both backed off. They both backed off from Stanway. They both backed off from Stanway because they thought that she was going to pass it to him. They thought they would, so they both backed off. Carmona kind of got diverted because she had to kind of block the ball pass to him, and Leon didn't go to intercept because for whatever reason she thought she would stay there because she wanted. I think she just wanted to be in position if there was going to be a cutback. She wanted to stop that, so she was there. And Stanway just said, I'll take a shot. She took a shot. And I think Panos was a little bit caught off guard, and then that went in. It could have done better. The goalkeeper could have done better as well, but I think she was caught guard again. She also probably was thinking that the pass was going to go to him rather than a shot, and that just killed the game off. And 2-1, you just kind of knew Spain were not going to get back into it. They tried a few half chances, but it just never looked like, the belief was gone in the team. That belief was gone. And England just somehow survived and scrambled through. It was the first goal they've conceded, by the way, in the tournament. Today, Spain scored the first goal that England have conceded after scoring 14 without reply. So it was a good test for England. It was a massive test. And I think the fact that they were about 6 minutes away from being eliminated will hold them, at least mentally, will give them that belief, because they'll need it, because they'll probably play Sweden in the semifinals. You think that they would. And that would be an even tougher test, I think, than Spain. So hard luck for Spain. They've been hard done by injuries. I think if they had Putellas, if they had Hermoso, that would have made a big difference. But they didn't have them. That's the way that it is. And England, I think, have got away with it. I hope White doesn't start again. I hope Russo starts the next game. I think that's definitely something that they need to look at. And they might consider. I think they might consider Greenwood for Daly as well. Maybe. I don't know if that was a switch that was tactical or that's something that they could look at. But surely Daly has got to work on the defending, because if they might not get lucky in the next game like they did in this one where they only considered one. So those are some things that I'm sure there'll be more reactions coming up and then more things to think about. But well done to England, and congratulations to all England fans. Smash a like for England going through the semi-finals and knocking out Spain. And let's see how far they can go in the tournament. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, of course, remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube, follow us on Facebook as well. We'll have some more content coming up today as well. We'll switch back to men's football, because it's nice to take a little bit of break from all the transfer news and all things and actually watch some football for change. Wonderful game, by the way, absolutely wonderful game to watch. I hope all those who watched it enjoyed it, because I really did. I really enjoyed it a lot. Anyway, thank you so much. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.